Yo, what is up, my guys? Oh my gosh, that was cringe. Okay, what is up, y'all? So, are you kidding me? Okay, so, sorry about that intro. But anyways, today I'm going to be ranking every single Murder Drones episode. Now, before we start off, I would just like to say, guys, this is my opinion and not yours. You can tell me your opinions in the comments. I'll respect them. Even if they're not quite similar to mine, I'll still respect them. We all have our own opinions. Just don't stir up some drama, okay? We all have our own opinions. Alright, now, starting off from last place.
I want a freaking ninja star.
Last place would have to go to episode 2, Heartbeat. Now, hold up, wait. A lot of people are fine with it, but again, I have my standards, and I have my issues. Now, I already have reviews for every single Murder Drones episode out there, so you can check those out, but still. First off, I feel like the villain in this episode particularly was defeated a little too early and easily. And it was set up to be an existential threat, and it didn't really show here. But I did like how it built up the point of Doll being set up as the next antagonist in the next episode, which was, thanks for doing one good thing right. I'm just kidding. Another good thing I have to say about it is that in the pilots, I mentioned that the animation was pretty decent, but it wasn't like anything fantastic, but it really improved in this episode. They fixed up everything that I had issues with from the pilot. The animation was better, the choreography was slightly better, even though the choreography from the pilot was still great to begin with, and the comedy was spot on. They really made it actually look more like robots and not just lame NPCs. Sorry. Next up on the list,
Crisscross applesauce.
the next episode on the list would have to be episode 5. Now, once again, wait. This is actually not that bad of an episode. I don't understand why a lot of people are bashing on it and calling it the worst piece of Murder Drones or just glitch, which, no, what is so bad about it? I mean, yeah, it has its tiny little issues, but it's not that bad. I mean, come on, guys. The Emoji Movie and Megamind 2 was most certainly worse. Come on, guys. Come on. So, anyways, I like how we explored the past of J, V, and N, and Sin, and Tessa. Geez, that's a lot of characters. But they actually kind of balanced it pretty well. I like how it's setting up Sin to be a really existential threat, and later on in these next few episodes, they really show it. They really do. Also, a lot of lines in this were really iconic, specifically with some of Sin's certain lines. I'm not gonna pull it out because I don't want filler stuff to come out, because I say filler words a lot, so we're just gonna skip over that. But again, I have my issues. I feel that there is no actual character growth here. You could say, oh, we learned about the past of these characters. How can you not call that character growth? Because it's from the past and not the current timeline, and it doesn't really affect the current timeline of these characters, so I can't really call that character growth. I'm sorry, okay? But still, though, it's really amazing. And I am so glad that I joined the fandom super freaking late, because then I wouldn't have to be waiting, I don't know how long, just for the next episode after an insane cliffhanger. But yeah, I feel like this is a really, really, really decent episode. Trust me, it isn't perfect, because, again, I have my issues, but it's still a great episode. I don't understand why a lot of people are complaining about it, but again, people can have their own opinions. I could say it's good, some other could say it's bad. Sure, but just make sure you don't call it bad when you haven't even watched it yourself. That's a lot of things I see in these kind of glitch show fandoms. Please, don't do that anymore. It's really driving me crazy. Okay, anyways, on to the next episode.
Bite me! Bite me!
The next episode, this was actually kind of hard, because these next episodes are stepping up and are becoming so unbelievably great in every single way possible. But this place would have to go to the pilot. I feel like the animation, it was decent. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't perfect either. It kind of looked... How do I say this without making it sound like I'm pounding on this? Just a tiny lifeless. Okay, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. But yeah. I feel like it did its job as a pilot. Every pilot of indie animation show has to not just crumble everything together and then just immediately start cutting to the mystery and the choreography. It didn't do that here, which I respect. I really do. Pilots are supposed to just give you a general concept of the show and just letting you know what you're getting into. Sure. But on to my cons. I feel like there were jokes that had me... There were jokes that were funny, but just never really got me laughing out loud. And a good thing they worked on that, because then I wouldn't be too mad about it. But yeah. Also, con... I feel like he has way too many door jokes in the show, especially during the pilot. But I mean, I guess I'll let it pass. I mean, his last name is literally Doorman. I mean, he's got to make door jokes every now and then. So, I'll give him the pass. And once again, choreography, actually really good. Also, and why can't you just remember when you were in your prime? I want to see you like this in every episode. Why did you let go of your prime? Come on, Anne. Okay, sorry.
Killing her, not saving you. Okay, Mom.
Next episode on the list was also really, really, really hard to choose. But the next episode on the list will be episode 4, right in the middle. Episode 4 really steps up a lot, and I just love how they have absolutely no problem with killing the innocent little kids. I mean, come on, guys. And honestly, I won't blame Uzi for it, because she was being controlled by Sin. And we all know Sin likes messing around with robots and killing them and blah, blah, blah. But yeah. I also love Uzi's transition into a zombie drone. And I feel like it was really done well. And I actually don't like how there were scenes and shots in the trailer, such as Uzi by a lake or Uzi acting like a werewolf. and then just ultimately cutting it out of the official episode. Which, come on, guys, did you have to let us down like that? Those would have became such iconic scenes if you guys handled it well. And I know you guys can handle certain scenes well. But anyways, yeah. Also, I feel like it was kind of a missed opportunity not giving us scenes of Tessa and Jay, because that cliffhanger at the end of episode 3 was really cool, and we should have seen more of it, but sure, I'll give them the pass. Now, on to the next episode. Oh my gosh, my voice. Okay, so next episode on the list was really, really tough, but I will have to give this one to episode 3. I love how much the animation and the choreography and the comedy is improving throughout this episode, and I hate how the Murder Drone's coolness and vibes are decreasing and coolness factors. Seriously, like I said, N, V, J, everyone, remember your prime versions. Don't let go of that. Sorry. I feel like, the mystery was done really perfectly. Not too much, not too little. Just right in the middle, which is great. Because it's still good to focus on the mystery building. That's one of the main focal points of this type of show. But you don't want to do it too much and then forget about character growth. Oh, wait. There is no character growth. Besides from Doll. Yay! Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like the characters themselves in this episode were actually pretty good. And, yeah. But I don't like how they don't get any growth besides Doll. Doll is one of the main characters in this episode, and is set up to be the main antagonist, and, yeah. And we learn how her parents died, really tragic, and yeah. It also set up a lot with, the Absolute Solver, which we now have Uzi, Sin, Doll, and Nori in the game. So, good thing we're focusing on that more. We still need to learn more about the Solver. Not just the characters who have the Solver. Sorry. Next episode.
Nori, you're dead.
You're frickin' grounded.
Angry.
Next up is episode 7. Now, this was really hard because I was really debating between episode 6 and episode 7 and 6. They were both really good episodes, but episode 7 is a slight decrease. I'm sorry. So I like, the whole, stuff between I like how we learned a lot more about, Uzi and Doll's mothers, aka Nori and Yeva, and I feel like it was a missed opportunity not giving them more screen time, and kind of affected the pacing, and that's another issue we gotta get into, the pacing. I thought this was going to be a 30-minute long episode, but that didn't happen. I was a little disappointed, but it was on a more longer end of the stick of Murder Drones episodes, being 25 minutes, being the number 2 longest Murder Drones episode. But that's not saying a lot because the highest is 26 minutes, not even 30 minutes. And you might be thinking, oh, since it was on the longer end of the stick, it would still be pretty decent pacing. That didn't happen. I mean, it wasn't horrible pacing, but it wasn't really good pacing either. It was just kind of mediocre pacing. I feel like we should have given more time for Nori, Yeva, and gave us some more time to make us feel emotions after Doll's death, plus Tessa's death. R.I.P. Tessa, I am so sorry for you. You were like 16 years old. I am so sorry. And it was really gruesome seeing Tessa, a literal 16-year-old, getting skinned by Sin. Sin, what is wrong with you? I feel like Tessa definitely deserved better. Anyways, let's not bash too hard on it, and let's get on to the next episode.
Is the secret elevator able?
Now we're entering the top 2, at least I think. Number 2 would have to go to episode 6, Dead End. I love how threatening these sentinels are, and I feel like, V's sacrifice, quote unquote, was done pretty mediocrely because it was a little too rushed and they should have given more time to breathe. And it didn't do a great job at fully convincing us that V was actually dead. And I predicted a mile away. I predicted V's return in episode 8, spoilers, a mile away. Glitch, you might want to work on these kind of sacrifices. Please do. But yeah. Also, I would just like to let's take a moment of silence to just give our salutes to Bo. And whoever doesn't know who Bo is, it's this guy. Or this baby. It was a freaking baby that died saving V. You heard me. A literal baby plus his mother, Alice, dying. Alice wasn't dying while saving anybody, but Bo did. Saved V. I really said B. Wow. But Bo literally saved V to then proceed to save Uzi, and then V proceeds to just sacrifice herself for everyone. Thank you, Bo. We wouldn't have had a decently... We wouldn't have such a really, really good episode without Bo. Give our salutes to Bo, guys. You heard me. Clap. Wait, not like that. Wait. Okay. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The final episode on this list. My favorite Murder Drones episode. The one you probably saw coming from a mile away after that review and its thumbnail. Here it is, everyone. My favorite Murder Drones episode is Murder Drones Episode 8, Absolute End. This is just such a great episode, and looking back on it, it's just even more better, and that says a lot, because it was actually really, really good after watching it the first time. But let's get into it. So, I love how Sin is just so dang threatening. She sounds so innocent, but it's so creepy, and it's just a really weird combination. And missed opportunities. Yes, the conclusion wasn't bad, but it wasn't phenomenal either. They just kind of gave us a send-off instead of just an actual ending. If that doesn't really offend any of you at Glitch who are watching this, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I feel like they could have worked on the conclusion. Also, I feel like N was a little underutilized, but he helps fight every other episode, so sure, I'll give him the pass. And Uzi's lines kind of made me cringe. Also, once again, V's return I predicted it from a mile away. But still, this is a great final Murder Jones episode. A lot of people are complaining that we haven't gotten a season 2, nor will we ever get a season 2. But I'm not that mad about it, because although we were left with more questions than answers after that BJ special, we could get more specials, and then just get the answers to the questions we've been wanting to know the answers to. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. And I'm not even going to say goodbye to the Murder Jones franchise or just say goodbye to you guys, because this was such a long video. That's why it took slightly longer. Okay. I need to use the bathroom. My voice.